Thank you very much, Slacks. Yes, very much looking forward to this one. Evil Geniuses versus Beastcoast here in the lower bracket. We heard it there, Fogs. You know, Boba very happy that they're able to get the Broodmother and be able to build a draft around that. Would you also agree there's reason to be confident in getting that through in the way they've closed it up here for EG? Or do you feel that Beastcoast will have the means to deal with the Spider?
It does look like they have a lot of answers because they've seen it so many times. We've seen them play it, I think, 5 times. They did drop one game, I believe, versus Liquid when they had the Brood, but they do have so many answers. It seems like every single one of their heroes is to respond to that and also to respond versus the Wraith Pack build that we've seen pretty much every game. They have the Snapfire. Of course, you have that little Shredder to kill it off, so it does look like they answered it pretty nicely, but let's see what's going to happen with that last pick Terrorblade.
Well, let's get ourselves into the action. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 of Evil Geniuses versus Beastcoast. And in terms of the way that they ended the draft, Fog closing up with the Terrorblade, what does that sort of say about EG's strategy overall in terms of the timings and strengths they're going to look to play towards against Beastcoast?
Just doesn't seem like he's going to be able to get enough distractions on the game because he has this Brood, he has this Hoodwink, he has this Ember that's going to be causing problems across on the other side of the map. So maybe it feels like he can get all the space in the world as this Terrorblade to be able to get this scaling. But looking at the draft, of course, from Beastcoast, they have a lot of answers, of course, too, for TV. Mars has traditionally been seen as one of those heroes, even though it's gotten nerfed a lot of times, has done well versus TB, and they have a plethora of burst damage and nuke that we saw work pretty well versus these pretty squishy agi cores a lot of the time.
On the side of Beastcoast, obviously finishing with that slot pick here for Hector. See if we get anything here as both teams.
Look how much information they're giving. Just because that Slark standing on the high ground, that night vision, you see so much. They can actually sneak into this enemy jungle nicely.
And indeed, was able to pick up the ward there, Gojira. See it, the battle begins. Stun here around the mid, K1. Not going to want to stand around too much.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen, actually. At least not in a TI.
No.
Get their mid ward just walked up and snatched because of that night vision.
Yeah, well.
So, all right, that's going to be pretty cool to set up.
They'll be happy with that one, Beastcoast.
And look at this approach. The start of the lane right away, they're going to actually put the pressure onto the TB. I think they look at this lane and they're like, this is a lane the TB can definitely get punished. This Mars, this Snapfire, they could definitely shut this down since there's just a Sven behind him. All right, let's see how it plays out. Yeah, I can't believe that happened.
See if it has any sort of implications on the way they're able to set up this early vision, and indeed the lack of it that EG might have these first few minutes around certain areas.
This is that melee versus melee matchup, so sometimes, you know, it can be like a range versus range where you want that high ground ward to be able to play with them to pull creep aggro and stuff like that. So it's not that, I mean, of course it sucks to lose your ward, but could be worse if it was him like on a range or something like that in a disadvantageous matchup.
So the way that this lane starts down bottom, I mean, so which core is going to be happier at the beginning out of K1 and Nightfall down here?
It's pretty tough to bully out Brood nowadays. With the new way that the web works, you don't really get slow ever. You have so much health regen. When you get that second point in web, even if you drop low on HP, you're pretty speedy, and you'll be able to get that, of course, that HP regen that builds in. So I don't think Nightfall should be too worried. He also has crit always behind him, so I would say if anyone has to worry, it's Stinger more than anything in this lane.
For sure, yeah, has to be careful how far he steps up, especially once the level 2s are there. Crit could look for a quick setup and have that damage.
It's just a lot of harassment that comes out with the Blightstone and then the spam that's going to be coming out from the Silken Bola. We'll see which choice actually Nightfall does go for, because also you can actually go for either. Any of these builds could go for just 1-2-1 or something like that, so we can trade with Hector. K1, we should say, of course.
Of course, on this top lane, then, for Arteezy trying to lane against the Snap Mars duo that Beastcoast are putting against him. I mean, is he going to be fine up here, or is there potential for kills to be found by Beastcoast?
I mean, from what we've seen, these Svens are able to secure lanes pretty nicely, but it looks like
a good setup here. They will indeed. First blood for Beastcoast. Nice little combo there. Of course, between these two heroes, Snap and Mars, they'll be able to pull off much more of that to come here in the laning stage.
And they can do that to Arteezy pretty much any time too, so he always has to be careful. It's a death that's kind of needed in a way. Like it's gonna happen there for the Sven, and it's better that he dies than the TB dies to this big burst damage that comes out from these two. But they're gonna keep going for that. They're gonna always go for these double nuke plays onto either TB or Sven if they're out of position.
Of course, whilst the meta's unavailable, very hard for EG to get aggressive in return.
But so far, he's farming very well. Right? 13 and 3, even though he did lose to Sven.
Not being slowed down so far.
None of the cores really. Mid lane also. See C-Smile versus Abed. Pretty much dead even. And bottom, Hector, a little bit behind, but it's a tough lane in a way versus the.
I feel that's sort of across the map. He's the one that's going to have a bit of a trickier time when it comes to getting up to the CS.
Honestly, it feels like both of the carries might start to be in some troublesome positions, right? Like Arteezy does feel like once these nukes start leveling up even more, will be problematic for him, but they do actually get a stacked pull-off. That's pretty rare. So they're going to lose a whole wave on Beastcoast.
Structures are fortified.
Chance to maybe look for a kill between the two of them here, Whisper and Gojira. Gonna set up onto Fly, but quick with the Mango in the stun, make sure the Whisper doesn't get the chance to line up any follow-up.
That hurts though. They lost literally the entire wave there to that double pull, and Arteezy's able to free farm under the tower, so really good play from Fly. As bottom, yeah, just constantly seeing them spamming these spells back onto each other. All the trees being cut on the side there, you see K1 constantly Quelling Blading. Always going to be watching for those Quelling Blade plays, of course, also versus the Hoodwink to cut down that Acorn shot.
On the top. Once the meta's up, it's definitely a bit trickier for Beastcoast to try and make that play between these two.
They still do have a lot of burst, right? If they can get the chain stun, even Arteezy could go down.
Absolutely, yeah. If they can land sort of the lineup to get that good angle with the spear, it will be almost certainly death for one of EG's members on that top lane.
And they are hanging on to a lot of stick charges up here too. 5 on Gojira and also 9 on Whisper. But lingering pretty low on HP.
I'm not opposed to taking the occasional bounty.
Down bottom, K1 able to rely on Stinger to continue to bring in the regen whilst he's working his way towards that second set of tangos here. Picked up. They then get the angle. Looking to follow up. It's another kill. Beastcoast combo here proving to be very strong, and as best as EG are trying to avoid getting caught in these situations, flying Arteezy, Beastcoast still able to find these opportunities.
Yeah. It's pretty unavoidable. Like, they have the CM aura, so they're always able to spam their spells up here too, and they might even go for Arteezy. Top, they
he's on his own now. Underneath the tower. See if they can do this here, but Fly back in action and TP at the ready. He'll manage to turn up and make sure that the dive cannot continue, but really feel it already. Beastcoast finding these great chances to just get under that tower and aggressive. Right, Cookie as well, under to Whisper to close the gap, but the stick charges will keep Fly fine. Beastcoast will have to reset a little bit. They're starting to fall low on the two of them.
But the rotation's coming in. Look how low these heroes on our EG are.
I mean, yeah, Fly and Arteezy have to be careful. Here we go, Chris. He's looking for Fly.
He saw him?
Be able to catch him with the avalanche. He can. Fly's not going to be able to run away from this one. He'll pop the war cry, but a final blast from Gojira gets another. I mean, in the rune, he's going to be able to. Oh, with the remnant. Oh, he's in and he's out. Abed will manage to still pick that up before Chris swings back towards the mid.
That would have been some pretty fortunate scenarios coming in. Of course, Rune spawning top right when he's rotating. Does get the catapult last hit on Chris Luck. Good start for him, level 6 early on. Quick, easy rotation. Doesn't find the Terror Blade, but again, finding the early kills, 3-0 ready for Beastcoast. And the bottom lane, they actually haven't died. They've weathered everything, and as you mentioned, Slark, sure, he's a bit behind the counterpart, 400 behind the TB, 800 actually behind the Brood, but they haven't died down here.
No, and this was going to be the toughest part of the map for Beastcoast in this laning stage, no doubt about it. So they're dealing very well with the pressure and the setup that EG set up against them. And now with this movement from Gojira, they might find a chance to make a kill onto Nightfall. And with the pounce, the blast to follow up into the cookie, and indeed the spider's gone. Beastcoast, they are doing an excellent read of where they can make these plays in this laning stage here. They're not letting a kill miss them at all here. 4-0 now.
It's similar to the way that we saw Thunder, the approach that they took versus EG, just this constant aggression. It's really nice moves coming after them, and now K1, soon to be getting level 6, so should be able to withstand down bottom on his own. Yeah, really smart moves. And we see a pretty clever ward, of course, too, from Gojira. Actually places it in the river down bottom after he makes the rotation. So, gonna spot any rotations that Crit makes as well. Maybe guarantees that 8-minute power rune for Chris Luck if they do linger in the area.
Definitely want to keep control of that power rune for sure.
They're actually going for the play here on mid.
Get the toss back. Cookie as well to follow things up.
It might be, oh, so close. Almost gets the frostbite onto Abed.
Same time up top. CEG now make a move on towards Mars. Look to threaten Whisper. He'll be able to spear back Arteezy, but flying Crit able to finish him off as EG finally get themselves a kill on the board.
Yeah, lane's starting to break pretty early on here. And Rune will spawn, and yep, Gojira, he's staying in that area, will secure it with the 3 heroes. That's K1 in a 1v1 versus the Brood. Much better for him.
He's happy now. Yeah, he's hit the 6. So when it's Nightfall alone down here, K1, very little to be concerned about. Yep. Should be able to start closing that gap in the farm.
And we do see Nightfall, most of the games he's gone for that Wraith Pack, but I think he's
for being the lazy streamer.
He's gone for the early points
I'm
of the
back.
Little Shredder too.
Gotta go to
he
the
can't actually
store.
go Wraith Pack first item, so
What did I miss?
also the item that, you know, all these Broods do go as like the first, second item. A lot of magic damage, so
absolutely, yeah, he needs it to be able to
EG,
protect
oh
his
hell,
game.
don't tell me they're
exactly,
actually
to protect
losing.
the TB if he does show up early. There's so much magic
Don't
burst.
tell me they're actually losing.
Seeing Abed kind of cutting mid lane as well, and they are looking to make perhaps some changes too.
Salam from Pakistan. Oh, bless you. I'll wait for like 2 years now. Just got enough money to sub
Very
Admiral
cautious under the tower. Same time around the mid, that looks diving for Chris. Chris able to get the free
I
man.
was thinking about going to story after the stream, but I'm like, you know, why not just do it now and be lazy?
And EG, they won't be able to continue the aggression onto Chris. He'll be
Be
fine.
a lazy streamer. Check our teasy head. Wait, was that not on me? I thought it was Photoshop.
Very fire, so really a kill that EG was going to be able to get, even with the 3 of them turning up.
A scary place to overcommit to. I think they knew that the Mars wasn't going to
Oh hell no.
be able to come in, but the 2 supports.
It's my Sweden internet.
Done. He's just going to get to the jungle a little bit here. Another move for mid.
Let me have a quick analysis. Beastcoast should in theory be a weaker team.
4-1. EG still leading in the network. Core is still looking very good with their presence.
Network looks pretty
And
even.
Nightfall, now the pressure is going to start on the bottom lane. So let's see what
Mars
Beastcoast
team
does to
fight,
react versus the
tiny
Spider.
burst, Slug
As we
Giga
mentioned
carry.
earlier, their draft does have a ton of ways to clear them out.
Try
Nice
for the
try.
catch onto K1. Will scare him enough to pop the Shadow Dance immediately in return to the Bushwhack coming in from Crit. Top lane, Arena was dropped
I
in.
think they're on burst terrible. It looks
So they
for a
made an
good terrible
attempt,
game.
but weren't quite able to pull it
Oh hell
off
no,
this
man.
time. RTZ remains safe.
The
And
Swedish
they'll continue
internet.
to farm underneath the tier 1 top, underneath the tier 1 bottom. Trying to dive in past the tower. They know that K1's got no ultimate. He's already used the Shadow Dance. Further TP's coming in. Try and pounce away, but Crit able to time it perfectly with the Bushwhack. Pulls him back. They take down
Oh, I
K1.
think I will predict EG because they're just kill the carry.
In fact, they might not want to get out because backups arrived. Abed, he's also ready to dive underneath the tier 1 tower, but indeed he's hit the 6.
Hello, is anyone still here?
They just able to turn with the kisses. Takedown. Abed takes down Crit. It started off as a smooth move from EG to try and pressure in, take down K1 whilst he didn't have the Shadow Dance. But then they tried to go for more, and that was not the move that they were going to get away with against Beastcoast.
What the fuck were you doing for like forever?
I went to the store. I had to buy some cookies. It's Friday's cheat day. You know how it is?
You know how like Uber Eats? Why do you have to go to the store?
We live in a small town.
I see.
And it's nice to go outside and be lazy.
I don't think I've gone outside in maybe 2 months.
Because you're a fucking nerd. You gotta go to the gym as well. And just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're healthy.
There's a gym in my building.
Do you go to it?
No.
Whoa! Oh, perfect stunts.
Times now, back to back in this area of the map. It's not been a great place for him to be.
What do you think of the Brood pick? I saw other people picking Brood in the group stage.
People picking it all the time. You wouldn't want to make a $10 bet?
I already paid you like $500 today.
If you're a pussy, that's okay.
We can get $10 bet.
Alright, tell me which team you think will win. I'll bet against you.
I believe in EG.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, because the series or this game?
The game. It's per game.
Can we do per series? Can we do like 30 for the whole series?
30 for the whole series?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll bet against you then, Beastcoast.
EG's got to give more respect to these movements.
Absolutely.
Easy money. NA is garbage.
I believe in NA.
Oh hell no.
This is just a bad game because I don't know why they picked Brood.
What a time to be alive. The best NA team losing 2 series in a row against SA Dota.
Why is EG such a
Top of the
weird team,
group
sir?
stage.
but he's going
Wins all their games in fucking group stage and lose 2 series straight out.
People usually say SA in general is the weakest region. So it's a little bit shameful. Me, I think SA is really good though. There's any SA frogs here?
If there weren't any SA frogs here, would you still be saying that?
Yes. Of course, SA is good. Try to go to Fusion Blade. It's very strong right now.
Don't worry. He's gonna carry them with his Terror Blade.
I'm sort of telling you, he's kind of washed up nowadays. And I know about being washed up.
At the B?
Jungle pretty much farming for most of the game. It's gonna be a lot harder now with Whisper having this type of start. Blink at 13 minutes in your offlaner. Quick setup in the mid, Chris.
Nice, wipe down.
Arbed will be fine. He's got remnants to play with, but
do you think Hoodwink is cute?
Misses one of those lobs.
Not particularly.
Super farm Snapfire.
Power rune in 9 seconds.
A little weird.
But I don't judge. I mean, if that's your thing.
They have the blink on Chris as well too.
And the rune.
What do you think of this? Did you put a finger down, or was that like one of the emotes that got added on Wednesday?
I thought it was put a finger down.
Further TPs are coming in. He'll latch on with the searing chains, but Arbed knows that he's got to be careful. Whisper turns up.
You know how I know the meme?
I mean the meme?
No, the put a finger down meme. Put a finger down if you wanna.
I don't get it.
Not have the damage at all to try to go for the tug. He had the spin and the Ember, no flame guard. That was. And the kills, they're just gonna keep
If you want to get down,
No, it's a video. Like, put a finger down if you wanna. And then they say something.
if you want to fuck, link the video.
Oh look, some spiders as well too. Whisper says thank you. Level 11 already on this Mars. Anytime anyone shows, it feels like they can die now.
Put your fingers down.
Double blinks that are set up and from these
Yeah, I linked the video.
I'll watch it after this game.
How does EG really get things together now, right? Like, who do they really want to rally behind? It feels like it's gonna have to be like when the pipe comes out for Nightfall, which he does have now. So let's see what they can do with it.
They're gonna try and get something going here off the back of a smoke.
Feels difficult still.
But Chris here around
Okay, they're full out team fight. Teams are coming in. The ults from Maiden. They can't even kill Tiny. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, she got W off. Ult. Watch out.
Under?
Oh. Oh, he got Arteezy. Oh my god, what are these chokes? They're doing a little choking. It's called do a little choke. Get out. Ooh.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, hell no, man. God. Combo him, remove the fucking shield now. Help him. Oh,
my
no
god,
shield.
Brute's bad.
Anything more for them to find? K1 Stinger and Gajira, they're ready to continue this fight as well here. 4 versus 4.
It's fine, this is good.
The action going. They get the bushwhack set up onto Stinger, stun into the angle of Chris. EG find another.
Ready for
I
one?
mean, they're pretty durable. You're definitely seeing that pipe coming into play. This 30 HP regen Broodmother just never getting low. Now,
Cookie,
let's
into
see.
the blast, but no further ability to send them back under the tower quite yet. So EG, they may lose Arteezy in the
30
fight,
HP
but
regen?
do take down 2.
Yeah. It started, I mean, it looked almost kind of
Or am I
disastrous at the start,
edgy
but
not
I think
supporting
the
EG?
sleight of
Well, I
fist
mean, I
that
support
came
EG,
from
but I made a
Whisper's
bet
blink
for
dagger,
Beastcoast
and then he had, like, a little bit
with
of an
Troy for
awkward jump
$30.
with his, ult and spear. That's why it ended up
It's
missing.
not gambling
Oh
stream.
my god.
Going for these plays, too.
Please, please.
Tossing my wife up. You think she'd fall down? You know, there's squirrels with that can fly, right?
Do end up losing Crypt Bottom.
It does
Can
still,
squirrels
it does feel
fly?
like EG's
Isn't
actually
that-
on cooldown right
don't they
now.
just
Even though they're
glide?
playing into a team that has, like, Mars
No, there's
over
some
the
squirrels that
sea,
can
it
fly.
does feel like
They're the
EG has
cute
to be
ones.
pretty careful if they want to.
I see.
What the hell are they called? Does anyone know?
Flying squirrels?
Well, gliding, I guess.
Yeah, but it's gliding. They don't like fly. They can't just like take off on the fucking ground.
Got a couple components finished already of that Atkins, 3 pieces done.
Sugar glider? Wait, it's called sugar glider? That cannot be the proper name for them.
Absolutely, and to be able to kite him out if things get dangerous when the meta's up.
Squirrel gliders. Oh, that's fine.
Okay, Whisper opts to go
Gonna
for
get ag soon. It's gonna be so fucking strong. This is looking kind of over almost. If they don't choke, if they play clean, they're gonna win this easily. Beastcoast right now.
Holding? Did it? Sure.
He's very farmed, so doesn't hurt him too much to go for that this game.
See, Beastcoast.
Flying scrolls and sugar gliders are different.
See if they can get the combo up onto
Really?
We're going to try with a slight error and immediate reaction.
Yeah.
They still find the avalanche toss combo, but that quick little dodge at the beginning, meaning
Watch out.
full lockdown couldn't
Nice.
quite be there from Beastcoast. Arbed will be fine. I mean, Kajira's going to go with the kisses.
Ooh, what the fuck?
Won't manage to
Oh,
get
dude.
the
Who is that?
EG able to dodge the combo.
Whisper doing a little choking, but it's fine. Oh, the shotgun and the ult.
They need some sort of silence.
The snap ult is fucking them pretty good.
I mean, they need some disable. Their draft is tiered stuns, I guess.
They have 3 cores that do no stun. It's so bad.
Position here still for Arteezy. He could still just get popped. He has the
I guess Sven is the only thing that can stun, and it's a little bit weird. And somebody needs to buy like an orchid, I think.
That is just taking down. Not getting any farm, not getting any pressure either. His tier 1 still standing. All tier 1s on the side of Beastcoast standing.
Saw a quick move there from Chris and Whisper down towards the bottom. Maybe seeing if they could catch out whoever turned up to clean up this bottom lane. It is Arbed.
Not have the spear just yet. They definitely have enough damage to control. The max frostbite is at the ready.
Oh my god, Abed's farm. He's actually struggling. The snap is almost the
Yeah,
same.
I-
Here we have it.
Oh, I don't think we're
press
gonna
him?
die again. The spear? Oh,
Didn't his remnant expired?
oh,
had
so
it for, like,
beautiful. He
one
got shard
second.
as well.
Once again from Beastcoast.
It looked like he kind of maybe saw
That
it,
was
maybe
really
thought he
good.
was gonna be
They
able
went
to
on it as soon as the remnant
damage,
expired.
too much control that Beastcoast
What do you think
does
about
there.
Abed?
Continue to
You
make
think
all
that's
these
clever?
beautiful plays. And it's, I think that
It's a
is
pretty
gonna
good one,
be-
yeah.
Yeah, the Axe is going to be done now for K1 for Hector. It's having a phenomenal game. And they continue to shut down Abed. 0, 4, and 3 on this Ember Spirit.
See what sort of a defense EG can put together around these tier 1 towers. Now the Beastcoast are amping up the pressure on these lanes.
I mean, it's pretty astonishing, right? The team that has the TB and the Brood.
This
are the ones
Beastcoast
that
have
been able to
terrible
take it
rush,
they've
luckily
actually
for
lost
EG.
Pretty much all 3 of theirs in a second here. Beastcoast just really bringing that early action these first 20 minutes.
It's minor net, I think,
Not
actually.
really giving any opportunities for that Brood. As we mentioned, as Bobo was talking about it, they've gotten this Brood a lot of the times, but Beastcoast, they answered it pretty much with at least 4 or 5 of the picks in their draft, and so far you're seeing it work pretty damn nice.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw obviously the other day in the series that EG played, right? Both games, they were able to get their hands on this SF that they've been winning through the group stages throughout, and it was clearly something that Thunder Awakened had planned.
It'll be a hard tower blade game. Mars is a very good counter. Ult fucks his illusions hardcore.
A pretty good idea of how to
They
deal
can
with
just
it.
E as well and tank all the damage.
Top lane. Whisper and Chris continue
I'm
to
sure
just
that if
pick
the
up
game were to go
scores
late
wherever they
game,
go. I mean, as long as
EG
Beastcoast
would
pretty much have a
have something.
combination of any two
I
of
don't
these
know
heroes.
about that. I mean, if it's even at worth, yes, I guess.
More than necessary.
But in this direction it's going, it's not looking very nice.
Top net worth still somehow on this offlane Mars 8, 1, and 7. I think it's something we've gotten used
I
to.
support
of course,
NA.
Whisper in some of
I
these
believe in
games
EG.
totally pops off, but this is ridiculous.
You're not NA though. You're a fake American.
I don't even live in America, but
No interest here from Beastcoast to do anything about that one.
I suppose I'm fake.
Into the triangle.
He's got
You're a
Arteezy at
poser.
0 mana, so they know that
He's
Arteezy
got
can't
Slug
find out for the
Axe.
next few moments. They might look to pressure even harder.
they already had no lockdown for him, and now they just have less than none.
That's the full BKB.
People actually thought EG was gonna win TI after the group stage.
Because they did so well in group.
As long as he's able to get it off.
And then they lose twice to the weakest
Might
region.
just walk in triangle though, right? Because yeah, Terrorblade, no mana.
And for the first time in the world, they fucking, for the first time in history, they did really well in the group.
Everyone very afraid.
Some people had
Charlie around the
optimism.
pipe. Everyone standing near
And
Nightfall.
they
Make sure
just
they're
fucking
both
let
close
us
to the
down.
damage.
The classic.
See there. I'm thinking about trying to set things up onto Whisper, but not an easy hero to go for at all.
And he's got a BKB coming out in the courier right now, so even if they try for it the next time, they might just get fully surprised and turned on. He's just
Is it Discord that's freezing? I'm confused.
209 last hits.
What do you mean?
Smoke up from EG. They want to try and
The
take this
stream sometimes freezes on Discord.
Probably for it's not for me. Oh my god. Arteezy is just dead. Actually, I feel like I'm making you poor. I'm sorry. Taking all your money. Oh my. Oh, if that hit.
And also just dead. And Brood. Fuck.
It's. Oh my god. I need to read the chat for this.
They're trying to to get out of for these fights.
Arteezy's ruining the curse or the storyline of shaving your head.
This is, of course, the problem with how good Beastcoast is at jumping EG. RTZ just doesn't have the chance to get his BKB off. Look at this jump Whisper.
Every single time, and they all are just following up each other perfectly, right?
So all the games to go 2 games. 2 series out of fucking TI.
Every time, more than prepared for every single fight. Now they get a rush.
So smooth here from them. The kills, 24/7.
Look at Gojira, right? I mean, for me, his early game has been
Is there
absolutely ridiculous. Him and Whisper,
is there a GG bet sponsors on the main stream?
It doesn't look like it.
Or is it just in the group?
Crushing this game right now. EG,
Yeah,
we said,
in the
maybe
first.
that pipe was going to be something they could perhaps try to rally around. Has not been the case.
They
I don't know what
they
the next
fight
time
through
is.
it.
Yeah.
They fight through it. Sure, the magical's getting
FAB.
reduced a bit, but they've still got a heavy bit of physical, a big old punch, of course, coming out from the Mars.
Arteezy will lift ages.
After the stats build up,
He might be able to lift the plastic one on stage, not the real one.
Very, very scared of if Beastcoast are the ones starting the fight.
Yeah, it's like they have this Sven who's got this war cry for Arteezy, but Arteezy's like, I don't need armor. I need to just survive. I need more HP and some type of more magic resist, but they've got really all they can do for him.
Everybody wants
Just keeps getting onto him. Whisper, every single one.
So for EG now, they did try and smoke out, look for a fight with the BK.
Alone with chat.
Now that there's an Aegis on K1, do you just have to hold back on that plan, wait for the 4 minutes to pass, or do you still have to take that risk, try and make that move?
I don't know. I don't know what they can really do. The pressure is so immense really from ahead all 3 of these cars are.
Same thing every year. If Arteezy is win condition on main stage, he chokes.
Beastcoast just really controlling the map perfectly. I don't think you could ask for a more crisp 24 minutes.
Oh, it's been kill after kill after kill.
Kill a minute, right?
Really has been, yeah.
And it's on the. It's not like it's on the.
We watching this game together, chat. Watching together.
He's got a lot because he's had the soak for the TV, but look at the deaths on the course too, right? 0-3 on Arteezy, 0-4 Abed, 3 kills on Nightfall. It's been great pressure on every single one of those cores from Beastcoast.
I mean, what would you sort of consider the next potential chance
They're
or
really
sort of
mad.
item that the EG, one of their cores, is going to be able to pick up, could give them a better shot of being able to take these team fights? What are they looking towards next as the next sort of power spike that they'll be able to get towards against this pressure of Beastcoast?
I mean, it's the BKBs that are going to come out for both of the cores. The Ember probably needs one too, but the problem is that they're playing to...
You're scaring me that you're really mad.
So it's just not an easy thing to do at all.
Crit. Chased down by Whisper. And this bottom lane, tier 2 in trouble. Not something that EG is going to be able to do too much about right now. They've just got to stay away from Beastcoast.
I'm be shy of chat. You should have just meowed when they asked you nicely.
And not prepared to fight.
It's like they have to avoid fights, and even when
It doesn't pick up on Discord. I have to like turn off the fucking crisp thing.
Miracle where the Tower Blade's able to sit in the back and just wail on targets, but even then, they're so durable. These cores are just so tanky on the side of Beastcoast, and they're not easy to hit either. You know, that Slark has so many different ways to just reset in and out of the fight. And he doesn't
Thank you, lead. Still ages for 3 minutes.
It's gonna be a lot slipperier too.
Oh.
For Arteezy to stick onto.
Aware. Yeah, this game is looking a bit hard for the boys in teal or whatever the fuck their new color is. What is their new color? Is it teal?
I think they actually say cyan.
It's cyan.
I think we're going to see Beastcoast start to be much more aggressive in a few moments. Stinger
trying to go for him here. He's able to put the ghost step to get a bit of the ultimate.
You got Ricky beat, they kill
Oh
Maiden.
my god.
Okay.
Here goes Arteezy.
Arteezy just runs away.
with the BKB. He just
What the
uses both
fuck?
meta BKB to
Why is he running away?
That says everything about the current game state.
Whisper now godlike on the Mars.
He almost, I mean, he's on his way to
This
pressure.
fucking
He's pretty
game
close to having it already. That is, I mean, that's definitely the most farm Mars I think I've ever seen. 14k net worth at 26 minutes.
That's insane.
This is crazy. Level 18 as well.
I'm sure.
Immediately.
You know, all he needs is a couple items, like maybe a Scotty, a butterfly,
DD in the bottle, ready for
maybe
the
a dayless.
He's got the Echo finished back up to it.
Yeah.
Just a
Maybe
second
then.
for BKB.
Maybe then he can
a
win.
huge amount of burst between the magical and physical. If he jumps any target there, they're probably gone. Maybe Arteezy survives through it.
And
That will Giga Lake, you know.
So low after Chris is in and done with it.
the thing is too, they can jump pretty recklessly on all 3 cores because they can probably just BKB.
Brood must just cut the waves, but they've got vision everywhere, so they can't cut the waves.
Now kind of having to watch their T2 just drop while Arteezy tries to
He's
farm some
Separatist.
farm, but yeah, BKB on cooldown, meta on cooldown.
Separus, tell us a fun fact, please.
I mean, even if he had the goes. The map is still pretty
Fun fact. I have actually been part of a team back in 2011 and 13 when I won a LAN tournament in DOTA in Finland.
What? Tell us more about this LAN that you played.
Well, it's a small LAN, nothing too special. That's why I actually managed to win. It's my face.
Fog? It was TI3? Was it TI5?
Oh no. Abed having a terrible game.
He continued fighting inside. The Pounds waited and waited. Didn't want to jump away. Didn't expect Whisper.
Of course, but just before this fight,
I feel bad for EG. I do.
About a couple of hundred gold he was away, Abed, but didn't have it for this fight, and now beyond
You really?
What's been going on this game? What the hell has happened?
EG's still in this game. They're only 12k behind. But Easy is just been trolling a little bit. But it's all good. They've got this under control.
It's all the offlaner. EG's got a brood that is Saurus. The enemy has a Sven. I mean, Mars. That's ruined the
It
entire
is a bit
fight.
strange that they picked Brood. Because it has no stuns. And it's also done extremely bad in every other game that it's been played.
Oh, it's
Has Brood won a
Sven
single
and,
game?
Sven and the Woodwing supports, right?
Yeah.
So it's literally just two heroes in the team committed to just providing buffs to TP and Ember.
Yeah, the brood was
And
not
then-
good this game.
Yeah. And then Woodwing can break maybe Slark. That's actually not bad.
This Snapfire is getting close to being.
Yeah, brood is one of them.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Hoodwink is nice, but you've got nothing else. It's like, how do you set up the... Like, what do you set up with?
Well, you can never set up Slark. Like, Slark is just gonna slip away.
I mean, but imagine if you had some sort of offlaner that... Imagine Mars was on EG. The Brood. Like, imagine how much stronger their draft would be.
Potentially, yeah.
And look at this hero damage, right? Like we were mentioning Gojira a lot this game, and you see why when we bring that up.
When it comes to TP though, you can never like make huge initiations in your team if you have TP, unless the TP has like Blink Dagger and stuff like that already, which is a very late game most likely.
Maybe that snap being more of a priority.
So you need to either play like heavy defense lineup or just wait for the very late game. Or freebie.
Brood started the fight. Smoke around. This is now or never.
Dog?
No ages.
Not bad. Okay. There goes Chris.
Bye. No buyback. We're waiting for damage. Ortiz is on the low ground. Coming.
Where the fuck is he?
He's hesitating.
He's not committing. He's hitting.
He
Slark.
meted, I mean. I guess he's going. Got no damage though.
Scotty? Does he have Scotty?
I don't think
No?
so. I think it's just a cosmetic.
Oh!
Okay, they actually got him. That's Pog. Maybe winnable. Oh.
They can do
I'm
it.
ahead of you again, by the way.
It's coming,
I'm
or maybe Roche was
46,
early, because we know in
48.
30 seconds. Maybe Roche was early as well. Holy base.
First time EG's gotten anything going there.
Absolutely.
So they need any type of momentum.
Can you refresh
Hey,
Bulu?
Ben?
I'm at
I mean,
one.
quite a lot more of those, but at least they
He's got Refresher Mars.
onto that core.
I
Jesus.
should say, a different approach to the fight, one that we haven't seen from them, or at least them be able to do so far this game. Getting Gojira,
Fast,
killing him for
right?
the first time
What
this
is it?
game, and did end up giving that bit of an opening that, I mean, as we saw in the damage numbers, once you sort of remove that the highest DPS hero from the team, things are
Bald
probably gonna
buff.
go a little
Why
bit
doesn't everyone just go
relatively
bald?
simple.
It's so much easier.
Yeah, they were to get a good wrap around and just good connection because the Mars ult also didn't.
Yeah, you can like tell when the wind's blowing and stuff.
Low mana, they all just were a bit awkward about going for
No more shampoo.
on Beastcoast.
Don't need
Don't
to
you
shower
still
anymore.
wash your scalp, right?
Even though you see TB, he's getting close to that Mars net worth. He's actually ahead of the Slark now.
It is better being bald, honestly.
Things that get on him, still a tough game for him to carry.
I would say there's nothing too shabby about it. Other than if you have to work outside a lot, then you need to watch out for the sun burning your scalp.
This is pretty sad for EG actually. Roche is in 10 seconds.
Back over onto EG's half of the map. Know that they still have this lead, 13k advantage, 30-11.
DD rune bottom, and Roche is about to spawn 2 seconds. The spider is constantly being sent across the map to kind of scout it out.
Sure.
See if Beastcoast goes and checks it themselves. Chris is hunting though.
Beastcoast just goes Roche, I guess, and then goes high ground again. Takes another Rax. Game's impossible.
They should just Roche. They can't fight now. If they lose a fight and give away Roche, they lose. Did you just lag Separatist?
These wards set up, they have all the lanes.
Not now, but previously I did. I refreshed just a few seconds ago.
Now it's scouted.
Yeah, it's in Nordic countries. There's something wrong with the routing. Never TI at SEA again.
So many eyes early on RTZ. He can actually just stay alive in the fights. He does
I think you are behind again. 50, 51, 52.
How do you?
Oh.
Pause champ?
There's good
They're
fight.
doing something. I don't know what they're doing though. I feel like TZ is just running away. Where the fuck is Arteezy?
So you
There
can
he
fight now.
is.
This is it. Does he have refresher? He has refresher. Uh-oh. Oh, he needs mono region. He's chilling a bit.
refresh. He does get seen. The illusion's on him.
Presses in with a jump. 3-man avalanche.
Okay, okay.
Oh my.
Abed's dead buyback. Hello? He's gonna come join the
He
fight.
needs to, this is it. Like, this is literally the game. Why is he not buybacking?
Why is he not buybacking? Both of them buyback. Come and fucking win the game.
Yeah, Mars is buybacking instantly. What the hell?
They're gonna
What
die
is
now.
wrong
Look at
with
this.
them?
Why is he not buybacking?
Dude, are they
I would be really
Am I
mad.
retarded? What is he doing? I can't take this.
Not that
Maybe
some.
he didn't
Then
have
they
TP. It's
call.
the only logical reason not to.
Tons of ways for them to jump in and out of these fights as K1. What a
If he had
pass.
TP there, he probably didn't have remnants, and if TP was cool then.
Yeah, must have been that.
Surely he didn't choke. It must have been cool then.
And then Chris gets the perfect toss up.
Whose call do you think it was to not buy back there?
The excellent calls
Well, let's see if we had it.
from Beastcoast in terms of the moves that they made. You saw no
Like, I'm sure they had that ages if the fucking Ember bought back and TP'd.
Yeah, this doesn't have Ember down. I mean, no Remnant down there.
Trying to see if it's deeper or not.
Maybe it doesn't have TP.
Objective damage, maybe even losing all of the racks here.
I mean, it's going to go down pretty fast here to the right clicks. Oh, Chris on the tiny.
And K1, he still has some stacks too, so top. They've got one more glyph. He's respawning, but no meta when he's up 30 seconds.
And man, they have one
But
more
there's no
fight.
metamorph.
They're going to have to pull everything together.
Okay, well, the game's over.
For this last stand against Beastcoast. Beastcoast.
Lord is mana burning himself.
Back it up.
Further big items being picked up. AC is complete here for Chris.
Yeah, they're like, we don't need to really fully rush it here. Pick up these items. Still have Aegis for a few minutes. Almost a Hex finished up also on Whisper, so.
Look at this tiny. Holy fuck.
The tiny looks so scary.
The Beast Coast might be kind of chilling back here. Maybe they could catch
Jesus. That tiny is so fucking farmed.
They do make it at this point. They seem risky, but they have to take these risks.
Yeah. They're sending
Only way
I don't think the Emperor can do anything against the tiny if he gets caught by anything.
So they're trying to find somebody bottom side.
He just dies.
Why did they have TI and SEA this year?
Why not?
I think it has to be the worst region to pick.
I disagree.
Just simply because of the time zones. It like fucks with EU and NA.
Holding on to his BKB for now.
They know where he is though. Whisper, he gets the catch.
Oh, BKB is there from Artesian. Immediate response is the bashes are there from K1.
Oh
He
no.
dead.
Artesian needs help, but he needs it now.
Goodbye.
Oh, didn't get Thunder. What a bash.
No buyback available for him as Beastcoast. They're ready to go for more. Abed able to
It's over.
BKB TP out. But EG, they've got to try and hold here with just
It
the
doesn't
three
gonna have
of them
buyback
against the
left,
full
so-
5-man push from Beastcoast. No Artesi for nearly a minute.
Let's all laugh at Malaysia together.
For sure. Arteezy stepped up. got speared. I mean, it was despite that they tried to get a catch onto the snap, and then it was
Surely they will just come back in the next game, right?
I had a few win the next two, honestly. They're still favorites in the series.
But Beastcoast has been like actually looking good now in the
Peruvian pride.
The easy group stage, so.
The group stage wasn't too shabby, you know, but now it's looking good.
I mean, Chris Luck too. Of course, all of them had their part.
Giling, 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 yo, nama tunaw ang taba.